What's up, everybody? Today I'm here with Aliko Yusuf Shakur, also known as Smart. Today we're going to be talking about a little bit about him, what he does, boxing, wrestling, rapping, and everything he's doing to make himself successful. So before we even start, I kind of wanted to get some of your bars. Hey, you spit something for us real quick. So do a little bit of that for us, whatever you got off the top, man. Whatever you got off the top, man.
I got you. I'm a king, not a nigga. Please, Lord. You make a mystery when the trigger squeeze. Just focus on becoming what I gotta be. I was born drunk, umbilical cords filled with Hennessy. Dope in my mama vein passed to the first seed. Lord, am I worthy? If so, then please tell me what my mama trying to curse with. Open your curtain, the sun's out, it's my time. I mastered mine because I mastered my mind. I'm in a fight with emotions. Head locked out, uppercut stress, right hook pain, elbow shame. It's my time, no time for games. Relying on myself, not waiting for a team. I don't want to sleep cause I don't want to dream. Now we cannot become who we want to be, remaining who we are. It's like living in fantasy. That's why I don't sleep. I keep my eyes open. I gotta stay hungry. I gotta stay focused. Perfection doesn't exist. Perfect's not real. You will always get better. That's why I gotta build. The color of my skin got me this pain, but pain gave me the strength to move forward and gain. Now it's no doubt, no mountain I can't climb. I can see it clear. It's my time. Mama left me to the hallway. The closet was the babysitter. She locked me in it to go out and get high. I stood froze in that dark hole. Every night I cried. Picking up a toy phone, trying to call for help. Cause I ain't eaten 2 weeks. Lack of food, fucking with my health. Covenant house at 7, alone in a shelter. Stealing food from supermarkets. The system never helped us. Too many demons that I dealt with. What's the meaning? What's the purpose? I can't see it, but I'm searching. I can't feel it. There's no braille. It's like God got me blindfolded walking on the third rail. And they say birds gonna fly, the snakes gonna rattle. Highway to hell, souls travel through a barrel. You screaming at us love, huh? Then you stuck with me. If you ain't gonna ride, don't fuck with me. You ain't God, you ain't give me life while you judging me. I can see the knife in your hand, but you ain't cutting me. World full of suckers. All I see is fuckery. Focus on the road that's under me. Hungry. Pistol in my hand, dog, please don't come for me. I'm focused on my company. Till I touch $1 billion, B, I can't sleep comfy. What goes up comes down, but I think I got the bungee.
There we go. Bars for it, on the spot.
On the spot.
On the spot, you know how it is.
You know what I mean?
Cool, man. So with that being said, I wanted to delve right into the interview and get some questions going, man. So can you tell me a little bit about where you grew up and the situation growing up prior to everything that you've been through in jail?
Yeah. New York City. Born in Harlem, but mic is good. I gotta have it high a little.
You good? Right there's good.
All right, it's perfect. Yeah, so grew up in Harlem, New York City. Growing up was tough. It was tough. In and out of the system. My mother was a drug addict. Never really knew my father. So early on, like before going to prison, it was really a lot of movement, a lot of anxiety, a lot of inconsistency in terms of my living situation. Because my mother wasn't providing a steady home environment, for me. And I got into actually selling drugs by accident, very young. We're talking about 5, 6 years old. Because I used to watch my mother, get high with all her friends. And they would leave like drugs and crack on the table. And I would watch. And I didn't know it was drugs, but I knew that everybody valued what was there. So my mother would leave out for days with no food and just leave me there, right? So one day I seen some residue, as a kid, I seen some residue on the floor, which was crack. I picked it up and I went to the corner store and gave it to the guy and tried to get a sandwich.
I heard you talking about this.
Shit was real, and that's when I knew what it was, that young. So, just, before prison and as a kid, it was just no love in the home. And I think that was the, hey bro, shoot, man. Are you gonna get all in the shot? Oh, you can't wait for this? Early upbringing was rough. You know, it was rough. You know, being in a home where it wasn't, you know, no love. And I think that was the early genesis of my self-reliance. You know, where I found out by accident that, you know, you can manifest things. So those mantras that I talk about, we don't wait for help, we are the help. No help, just hustle. The top is only for those who climb. As a child, those characteristics were being developed because I was being abandoned as a child. You know, so that's what that was like.
I want to ask you, what are some of the takeaways that you have from your relationship with your mom?
Right. I mean, a lot. And it took me over 10 years to get to this. It took me over 10 years to get to this level of awareness, right? So I had to, you know, compartmentalize, you know, different things that I would get from my mother. So the first department I started with was love, you know, because, man, I was like a little playboy when I was young, right? And I thought it was cool, but the reality was I was looking for the love in women that I didn't get from my mother. So I had to realize that a woman can't give you a mother's love. A woman can give you a woman's love, and a mother has to give you a mother's love. So what I took away from, one of the most important things I took away from having that relationship with my mother is it forced me to learn what is a mother's love, right? What should a mother's love be? What is a woman's love? What should a woman's love be? A mother's love is you know, the mother represents the physical self-esteem for the black boy, right? So the mother is supposed to develop the confidence, the independence, you know, the knowledge base of that black boy.
Father's role is
The father's role is hold on, I'm gonna get to that, right?
Yeah.
So these were the things that my relationship with my mother forced me to learn, you know, because I wanted to heal myself. I wanted to be a better man. I didn't want to keep feeling these abandonment issues. And another thing I took away from my mother's, the relationship with my mother, is not to take out the anger I felt towards my mother on the females that I had in my life. You know, I had to separate because I was bitter for a long time as a child. So it took me years to let go. It took me years to separate the disappointment I felt as a child, right? Because a lot of times when you don't have a mother in your life and you don't have this information, this is an important topic, right? Because a lot of black men, they use sex as a form of escapism. And the woman becomes collateral damage. The heart of the woman, the heart of the women that black men use as a form of escapism is collateral damage. So I had to realize that I was using sex as a form of escapism. I'm thinking, oh, I'm gonna have to treat some of these girls over here. I wanna holler at this big booty model, but in reality, I'm running from myself, and I'm trying to find an unhealthy way to cope with my abandonment issues. So, you know, and abandonment issues are real, right? And I had to deal, and I had to learn how to forgive my mother and love my mother from a distance. Let go of the relationship that I would never have with my mother, accept it, understand it, forgive her, and love her from a distance. Now, to answer your question about a father's role, a father's role is to make the boy, the black boy, the provider, the protector, to teach him early on how to be a protector, how to be a provider. It takes a village, so there's a balance between the mother and the father. they play similar roles. It's just going to be understood and received different from the child. So when the mother's teaching the son to be independent, he's going to receive that differently than from the father teaching him to be, independent. But both roles are the same, right? And the father has to teach that son, how to be dependent, how to be a protector, how to be a provider, what his provisions, how to strengthen his relationship with God, right? Because it's God, man, woman, then the family, right? But all these things is what I took away from my relationship with my mother, because it forced me to look at the family dynamic, right? And these responses, I don't want to rush through it, because this is real important information, and it's pertinent and important and critical for the young black generation to understand this, especially black men, right? So, yeah.